seething undercurrent of political unrest in the Argentine centers around the large segment of the population still loyal to former dictator Peron. It is unrest that breaks into open revolt as Naval and Marine units move on Buenos Aires and occupy most of the downtown section. They seek the ouster of President Jose Guido, who says he would allow Peronists to vote in the forthcoming June elections. As Marines set up barricades, naval units move into the River Plate and threaten to bomb the city. Rebel planes from a nearby naval base also threaten the city as General Juan Peron rallies his loyalist forces for an all-out assault. Men and heavy armor move out from Campo de Mayo, northwest of Buenos Aires, to drive the Marines from the city. But the revolting Marines offer little resistance when reinforcements fail to bolster their defenses in the city, and the Loyalists take over Buenos Aires with few shots being fired. Rebel planes had better success in battles fought at Magdalena, about 65 miles southeast of the capital. Here, Corsair and Panther planes pinned down a loyal army armored column, forced it to retreat to a wooded area, and then proceeded to pound it with rockets and bombs. The Loyalists lose 6 tanks and a dozen men in the withering attack. Meanwhile, other government forces batter the Rio Santiago and Punta Indio naval bases, and organized resistance begins to crumble during the second day of the revolt. It's actually a battle between two factions who hold to the same principles. Neither side wants dictator Peron back. The government wants Peronistas to vote in the June election, but the rebels want them disenfranchised and the Peronist party wiped out. Loyalist planes and guns mop up as the last Marines and sailors surrender. Rear Admiral Eladio Vasquez, leader of the rebels, signs an armistice and goes to military prison as damages are assessed. 60 men lost their lives in the 2-day clash, and the loss suffered to military equipment and installations is high. The wreckage is mute testimony to the fury of the pointless conflict. Undoubtedly, patriotism sparked both sides, but there was no real winner. It was Argentina herself who lost. The Masters Tournament at Augusta totes a bag of thrills for a record crowd on hand to see aces like Gary Player, 61 champ, battle down to the wire. This is truly a match of champions. The crowd has a sentimental favorite in Slammin' Sammy Snead, who's in the thick of it right to the finish. The gallery follows every move of Jack Nicklaus. The 23-year-old boy wonder is heading for home with even par after going 1 over in the first 9. A final round of 72 would give him the title, and he's on his way. Arnold Palmer, last year's winner, fails in his attempt to become the first man to win 2 successive Masters. He ties for 9th place. Champagne Tony Lima rolls his way into a firm grip on second prize money of $12,000 as he sinks a 25-footer on the final hole. His eagle eye gives him 287, 1 under par for the tourney. Now a happy Tony Lima has to wait out Nicklaus, playing behind him. The gallery swoops down on the 18th to witness the final shots of whiz kid Nicklaus. He needs a par 4 here on the 18th to take the Masters, and he has 2 putts to do it in. He needs that margin too, as his first skips past the hole. This is it. This is the shot that means 20 grand, and down it goes, rimming the cup in a cliffhanger. A druggist is first to greet Jack, a junior pharmacist. Palmer helps with the coat symbolic of the Masters crown. Jack Nicklaus, one of the finest golfers to come down the fairway in many a moon. As the the old familiar cry rings throughout the land, the president opens the season in the old familiar way. As the Washington Senators take the field, Mr. Kennedy comes through with a wild pitch that catcher Ken Retzer grabs for his great-grandchildren. Then the pros take over as Don Rudolph pitches to Oriole Jim Gentile. Well, it's enough to kill a mockingbird. Up against the scoreboard for a home run. The president is strictly nonpartisan today as he cheers Gentile home. This puts Baltimore ahead, and the Birds are never headed for the rest of the game. After Al Smith walks, Boog Powell comes through with another Baltimore homer, and the Orioles continue to fly high the rest of the game. When the dust settles in the ninth inning, Baltimore tops the Senators 3-1.